Hey everyone, so here are some tips and tricks for Amazon Fire tablets. I am using the 2020 Amazon Fire HD8 Plus here for this video, but this should go for pretty much any Fire tablet, especially the more recent ones here. So first tip here is allowing access to external applications. So go to your settings, you'll go to security and privacy there. And we're down just a little bit and see apps from unknown sources. And then first time you're doing this, you might have other things on here, but you'll want to do Soap browser, and then you'll want to turn on the switch to where it is like how mine is now. That will allow you to download things off of Soap browser. Then the second tip here is going ahead and getting the Google Play Store. And this is by far the best tip you will get for an Amazon Fire device, is getting the Google Play Store. In order to do so, you need to do what we just did with the first tip there. Then you just go on to Soap browser. Once you're on Google Play Store, just basically search how to get Google Play Store on Fire tablet. Scroll down a bit, and I always use this How to Geek one. Go on here, and it gives you a step-by-step way of doing it. If you guys want an actual video on how to do it step by step, just check out my YouTube channel here. I should have a few videos on them. So that is by far the best tip you'll ever get on an Amazon Fire device. Otherwise, you are stuck with the App Store, the Amazon App Store. Those of us who have ever gone on here, you know that you cannot get everything on here. So yeah, you definitely want to get this Google Play Store. Again, it takes like 5-10 minutes. That is probably the biggest tip. There are still some things you cannot get on here just because this is a Fire device, but it still has probably about 90% of what a normal Google Play Store has. There are certain apps, like certain streaming apps, that if you cannot find them on here, they're usually on the Amazon App Store. So yeah, so as the second one here is getting the Google Play Store. Super easy to do and highly recommended. Third tip here is combining your apps. So just like any other Android device, you can combine your apps into different folders. Like you see, I have this one here. So in order to do so, you just take it and drag it onto another app. You'll see it kind of does that. And then bam. And then there you go. And then to take it out of it, just do the opposite. And then to get rid of the folders, just kind of do that. So that's your third tip here. Fourth tip is actually, once you have these, is naming them. So all you gotta do is go into your folder and then tap wherever the name is, and then you can type in whatever you want to type in here. So this one I have Amazon apps, so I'm going to keep it at that. But that way, when you're on here, you can see it says Amazon. Wow, it's not big enough to say Amazon apps, but it'll say your name right there. The utility one is already here. That one comes installed from Amazon. And my last tip here, trick here, is actually in the utilities thing here. A lot of people may not know this, but you do, unless you actually looked around in your device more. In your utility folder here, if you go into your documents, so this will show you a bunch of stuff that's on here, from using send stuff to your Kindle, what's in your cloud, also then what is in your local storage. You actually have to go into this in order to get the Google Play Store. But what you might not know is if you hit this plus button up here, you can actually create a new document, a spreadsheet, or a presentation. And this will be very similar to like Microsoft Word and all of those, Microsoft Office suite. So you have that actually built into here. This isn't actually Microsoft Word or whatever. This is Amazon's own thing, but you do have that built into your Amazon device right from the get-go. So in case you just need to create a quick document, spreadsheet, or presentation, you can do it on here, which is very nice. Then if you want to use an actual one, again, you can get it off of the Google Play Store. You can get the actual apps. So there's Microsoft Word. But if you just don't want to get that, you just want to do something very quick for whatever reason, just go into your docs here and you can get them from there. Then you have them stored on here. Next tip is I'm going to say Amazon A, but you can use her and you can turn her on and off. So you go to your settings here, and then you go to Amazon A, and then you can actually turn her on or off. Once you have that turned on, tap and hold, and then it will do that. Or you can say her name. I'm going to say her name here. Amazon Alexa, tell me a joke.
Did you hear about the cow that tried to be a comedian? His jokes were so bad, he had to moo away.
Yes. So that is another tip here. So you can also turn her off if you want to turn her off. Alright, then this should be, I believe, the 7th tip here is you can control your smart devices here with your device. So no matter which device you have, as long as you have it updated to the newest Fire OS. So down in this corner here, there's a little home thing with 2 little icons on it, a little home icon here. So if you tap that, you can have all of your different devices that are hooked up to your Amazon A. I'm just going to say Amazon A from now on. So like here, you can have your lights, you can have different categories, you have different rooms and whatnot. So you can have everything hooked up to here. You can see down here too, you can say different things to actually turn on all or off, on or off all of your lights and whatnot. So that is very nice. That is just built in. You don't have to go to a certain app or anything. It's just always built into the bottom there. That is a nice quick tip. Next one is turning your device into like an Amazon Echo device. So turn your tablet into an Amazon Echo device here. So a couple different ways to do this. You have show mode up here. I'm going to warn you guys right now. I'm going to say her name one more time here. Alexa, turn on show mode. And then it will turn on show mode. And what show mode does is basically turns your Amazon Fire tablet into an Amazon Echo tablet. So then it'll just kind of sit here, and if you have this thing, you can have this thing plugged in or just in here, whatever. And then just like any Amazon Echo device, it'll just show you random different things here. So like this, Alexa, show me this recipe. And there you guys go. Alexa, turn off show mode. And turn it off, that's all you gotta do. Again, sorry for saying her name there. Yeah, so that is very useful. Again, you can also just go up here and turn it on there, and then do the same thing to turn it off. Another quick tip here. I think this is number 9. Number 9, something like that. Is using blue shade. I find it's very useful. I use it all the time. So you can go up here and we can turn this on. You can adjust how bright your screen is when you have this on. I usually turn mine off down all the way like that. And then whenever it turns on, it will actually turn on your brightness or up your brightness, however. You can also adjust the coloration of it. Mine's right there. This actually gets pretty dang amber. Even compared to like some Samsung devices. This is super amberly. Amberly? Is that a word? You can turn on your automatic activation. And then you can, whenever you want to turn on. So you turn on from a certain start time to a certain end time. You can turn on certain days. And then you can also do what I do, which is have on sunrise to sunset. And it'll do it automatically for you. Then one last quick tip here is actually, so this should be the 10th one if I can count. I might not be able to count. So if you go scroll down here, you get all these little different icons. This is what you get. So there's different things you can do. So like, you want to turn on Bluetooth, you just tap it, it'll turn on Bluetooth. Tap it again, it'll turn it off. That goes with any of these things. But as I showed quickly here with the blue shade, if you, I'll just do this with my Wi-Fi. I'll do this with my Bluetooth. If you tap and hold it, it'll actually open up whatever setting you just did. So like that was Bluetooth. Like I showed with blue shade, tap and hold. So just a quick way of getting to those certain settings. And that goes for any of these here. So that is a very nice, quick thing. Yeah, so there are 10 tips and tricks. I'm so sorry to kick my camera. Hopefully I not make a horrible noise. I'm so sorry. Thank you guys very much for watching though. Hope you guys have a good one. I'll see y'all next time. Goodbye.